I felt like drawing Miku, but this time a more recently released Miku from this January 2025 from the song Confessions of a Rotten Girl by SAWTOWNE. The rotten girl in the title is the English translation of the word fujoshi, which is a Japanese term for girls who enjoy BL or boys love. This version of Miku is a very repressed Christian girl who is into BL and in a constant struggle between giving into what she enjoys and repenting, since it's widely considered sinful to be into this genre of manga. There are so many references, both in the lyrics and PV, that you would only know if you know. So I would be very surprised if SAWTOWNE wasn't a fudanshi himself, considering he made the music, illustrations, and the music video. But if you're not familiar, as someone who is familiar with BL, I will enlighten you to the many references in Confessions of a Rotten Girl in order of appearance. First, Miku hides a paddle behind her back, a reference to the infamous yaoi paddle, which used to be sold in a lot of conventions before being banned due to paddle-related injuries. While BL is a more umbrella term, yaoi is a subgenre with stories that are more smut-centric with explicit content, but usage of different terms mostly depends on geography. Some people make the distinction between BL and yaoi, some people use BL and yaoi interchangeably. Next, these chefs have cream pies, self-explanatory. On the blackboard, here are the words beta and omega foreshadowing the next blackboard, which is in this sequence referencing the game Danganronpa, with the word Omegaverse written down. The specific world building of the Omegaverse genre in BL can depend on the author, but a lot of the time it's a trope used to determine how morally sound a love interest is, in opposition to the pressures and stereotypes society can exert on an individual. Whether they succumb to those pressures and hurt the person they love, or have their own moral code and rebel against what's expected of them. These little boxes are ways fanfiction are tagged on AO3, a story sharing site. These specific tags showing which stories Miku enjoys. Finished, explicit, with male-to-male relationships, with no specific warnings from the author. The floating lemons reference the old citrus scale from old fanfictions. It's not really used now, but how sour the tagged fruit is corresponds to how explicit the story is. The more sour being the most explicit, lemon. The forbidden fruit Miku sings about could both be a Bible reference and a reference to lemons in this citrus scale. Eiffel Tower in the background, self-explanatory. This Miku has very interesting tastes, I will say that. Considering this song has 20 million views, I wonder how many fujoshis and fudanshis SAWTOWNE has converted. Feel free to enlighten me in the comments if I missed anything. Anyways, here's an embarrassed Miku. I found her BL stash. Oh no. Oh no.